Hi, my name is Efrain Lemus, and I live in Colorado, in Greeley, Colorado. And this is my first video that I'm making. Well, actually, I made one. It was a video game video, but it was really bad. It never got so many views. But anyways, the reason I'm doing this video though, like I'm gonna start making a lot of videos, is because I wanna make book reviews. I've been watching Ty Lopez or Lopez. I don't know how you would say it, but and I really like his videos. I really like what he says, and he's inspired me to start doing videos. And also, like I've been wanting to do videos for a while now, but I never started. I would always say I didn't have time, or I'm gonna start doing some planning first, or whatever excuse would come to my mind, and I would never start. But I'm gonna start now. I don't even have a tripod. I just put some books to hold my iPhone up so that it wouldn't fall. And I don't really have any special equipment, but I thought if I start doing it, then with time, I'm gonna start getting what I really need to do it. And well, but back to the point, the reason I'm doing these videos is because I started reading a lot. My it wasn't my senior year in high school, but because I graduated a year earlier. But my last year in high school, I started reading probably during the last weeks of the first semester, and I don't know why, but it I know why. Like, reading is good. It changed me. It started giving me a new perspective on life, and you know the countless possibilities that you have out there, and how many things you can do if you only read about them, so you actually know what you're doing. And so I started reading, and at first I wouldn't read that much. Maybe a chapter a day or a few pages every day. Then I started reading more. uh, I read I think the fastest I've read a book was in 4 days, but it was a short book. It wasn't that long. Well, no, actually, I've read a book in 2 days actually, and that was it was an average book, like 250 pages. And but I forgot my train of thought. Like, sometimes I start talking, and when I get distracted, forget what I was saying. So, oh yeah, so I started reading, and the more I read, the more information I was holding in my head. But now I feel like I have too much information that I need to get it out, or say it, do something with it, so that it's not just piling up in there, but I actually use it, and I won't forget it. Like, it'll I won't forget it, but I'll still remember it. Like, it'll become like an instinct, I guess you can say that. And so I'm gonna start doing those videos. I've never done a video before besides those video games videos I told you about, but I didn't even say anything in those ones. I just recorded the TV. It was a really bad angle. Like, I'm not good at making videos. I'm not a video editor, so all my videos will be the first shoot. I'm not even gonna take second shoots or shots. Second shots. I don't know. But that's not the point. The point is that I feel it's gonna make a difference. I wanna start doing new things, trying out new stuff, experimenting. Ty Lopez, he talks about a lot about experimenting with things, like try things out for at least 18 weeks yeah, I think it was, or 18 months. Yeah, he talks about experimenting for 18 months first, and if it doesn't work out, then try something else. It's like you don't want to give up too soon, but if it's not working, then it's probably not gonna work. So this is I don't know. Well, I know what else to say. I could just keep talking and rambling about things, but I want to keep my videos short, not too short, maybe around 10 minutes, get a full explanation of what it is that I want to do, or when I start getting into the book reviews, what it is that I want to get out there about the book, what I liked, what I didn't like, what I found interesting, maybe some debatable thoughts or opinions that it had that some people could think it was wrong or it was bad, which I don't think there's really anything wrong or bad. It's like a black and white mentality. You know, there's not a good color or a bad color. There's just colors. Everyone will like a different color. Not everyone will like the same one. And I think that's pretty much it for this first video. Also, as you can, I don't know if you can tell, but I'm not from the United States. I was born in Honduras, so maybe you can tell I have an accent. I think it's pretty thick. It's a really thick accent. I hope it doesn't bother you. And well, the reason I'm talking in English is because I'm in the United States. If I would be somewhere else, I would talk the language that it's spoken in that country or in that region. So that's why. But I'll make a few book reviews of books in Spanish, since that's my first language. And also, I wanna start learning French. I know a little bit. Well, I know I can understand it if someone says something. If they say it at a medium, slow paced tone or speed, in a loud tone, I can understand it. But I want to start doing maybe French book reviews too. That would be interesting to do. It will make me feel better about myself. Like that too. I want to do new things to see what makes me feel good or not, or what makes me feel good and what makes me feel bad. Start learning more about myself, which I don't think I know myself, and that's one of the, I don't know what it was called, you know, that he talks a lot about knowing thyself. I forgot. Oh, it was the Oracle of Delphi that she says, know thyself. And if you know thyself, then you can pretty much do anything because you know what you're good at and what you're bad, your strength and weaknesses, which many people think they know what their strengths and weaknesses are, but I don't think they do. I used to think that I had a lot of strength and not many weaknesses, but then I realized I don't. I don't really have that many strength, and I don't even know my weaknesses. Not most of them, just a few. One of them is talking. I I don't like talking that much. I don't know why. Like nobody likes hearing their voice. But I feel if I start doing more things that make me uncomfortable, it'll get harder and harder for me to feel uncomfortable. Kind of like lifting weights. The more weights you lift, the less hard, the easier it becomes to lift heavier weights. So maybe I'm making sense over here or not. I don't, usually what I say doesn't make any sense. And well, I think that's it. I'll try and put a video 2 weeks at least, because I'm not that fast of a reader. I just got into it like a year ago, so I still read at a medium pace. And I'll do book reviews of books that I've just read. Maybe I'll do a book review of a book I read a long time ago, which haven't hasn't been that many, or haven't been that many books. I I never liked reading actually. I thought it was a boring activity. I hated school, even though I had a 4.0 GPA. I hated it. I thought it was boring. You had to sit there in class waiting for the other students to finish. Uh, it was just boring. I didn't have that many friends either, so maybe that's why. Like you can't be, or you can't have good grades and be the most popular guy, or at least I couldn't. I chose oh, grades over friends, which sometimes I'm not sure if it was the right choice, cause or because grades are not everything. They are important. I think they show discipline, and they show that you are smart, you can remember things, but then there's also the aspect of applying those things and common sense, things that you don't learn in a book, or not necessarily a book, but you don't learn at school, because at school it's strange, you don't actually read that many books. I don't know. I think they only made me read 6 books or 4 books in my high school years and middle school. When I came over here, I came here 4 years ago in 8th grade, and they didn't make me read a single book for my 8th grade year. For my freshman year, I only had to read two, one, one book. I only had to read one book. For my sophomore year, I had to read two, and for my junior year, I had to read two also. But then my senior or my junior year, I read more than two. That's when I started reading more. And so I guess at school you don't really read books, but they just hand you out the information. Even in the textbooks they don't even give the textbook to you and make you find the problems. They print out the pages and give them to you and tell you where the answer is. It's I don't know how the school system works. I guess it's good for some people that don't want to strive and get ahead of the game, but for others, like it was good for, yeah, it's good for them, because I used to be like that, and if it wouldn't have been for school, then I don't know what I would be doing. I would have been I don't know, like a vandal, going doing graffiti on walls and stuff, like breaking windows. So it's good because it keeps you within boundaries of what you're supposed to do, or it doesn't. They don't tell you what to do, but because you have to do homework and things like that, and if you worry about stuff like that, like your grades and what the teachers might think of you, then you'll stay in the right path. But there's also people who don't, or who go to school, they go like once a week, and they get in trouble a lot. But see, I got I got distracted again. I started talking about something else. So that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna start doing book reviews. Try and get at least one book review every 2 weeks, and I'll try and make more videos, or not. No, not really. I've heard, because I've watched a lot of people making YouTube videos. When they first start out, they always say they're gonna try and make more videos, or try to get them on time, you know. But I think that's ruining the whole YouTube thing, like, because you're doing videos supposedly because you like to do videos, or you want to share information, or you want to express yourself, you want to do something so that other people can see, or just not necessarily for other people to see, but just to do something with your life, even if it's something small like this. So I have no idea when I'm gonna make videos. Maybe this is gonna be my only video, you know. I might quit. Nothing is 100% guaranteed in this life except death. I think we're I think that's the only guarantee we have, that we're all gonna die. And so a video every 2 weeks, I think sounds like a good idea. It is also gonna push me to start reading more, because I noticed I I haven't read I don't read as much, or I don't read as often as I used to do. Like, it's always the same trend. You start doing something, you do it a lot for a period of time, and then you start uh, dimin- diminishing the amount that you do in whatever activity it is. You know, like, you start working out, you work out hard, you go 2 hours to the gym every day for maybe a month, then you stop all of a sudden, or you go a few days, then a few minutes, then a few minutes every few days. You want to start learning a new language, you watch like a 2 hour video long, or like a 2 hour long video on how to speak a language. You know, you learn all the boring words and boring phrases you can say, and then the next day you don't do anything. And I'm saying that because I've done that before, with the working out, learning a new language, trying out a sport, trying out an activity. Uh, I don't know, countless of things that I start out, but I never finish. So I do hope I finish this one, which there will be no ending un- until I'm dead, which is, well, probably when I get something going on in my life, you know, like a real job, or maybe not a real job, but a job that I like. Do something that I really like to do, or, well, see, this that's another aspect, or another thing I wanna discuss, because many people try to follow their passion and turn it into a career, but then doesn't that destroy the whole purpose of doing what you like, because you like? Because if you like to play basketball, and then you turn it into and then you become a basketball player, that's your job, that's what you're supposed to do. It's not whether you like it or not, you do it. It's a good idea to do something you like, you know, or that you enjoy doing. If you know, like, if you don't like being in an office all day long sitting down, then don't look for an office job. Look for a sport, or maybe a news reporter, something that where people go outside more often. And and yeah, so don't always follow your passion, or don't follow what you're most passionate about, because then you're not gonna be so passionate about it. Oh, thank you if you've watched this video. Well, you've watched it, of course, but so I guess thank you for taking your time for watching it. It means a lot. It it really does. I don't know what I'll get out of this, how many views I'll get, how many people will like it. Um, I used to care a lot what other people thought about me, but not anymore. So I guess, well, I do care. I do care what they say because if they criticize me, I love criticism. I love criticism. It helps me get better. So be as blunt and rude as you can. Um, be honest too. If I did something well, please let me know. But mostly on the bad things because it's my first video, so I know I'm gonna have a lot of bad things in this video. And then I think I covered everything, where I'm from, my name, and why I'm doing this, trying something new, experimenting. I'm experimenting. And yeah. I'm sorry, I have awkward pauses sometimes. I just need to think of what I'm gonna say. Because if I don't, then I might say something really stupid, like, not even. Because there's not anything. I think there are stupid things you can say. It's not everything good. Or things that make sense and things that don't make sense that you shouldn't say. So that's why sometimes I do it. I try to do it more often than not now because when I did it, uh, I guess people didn't really like me that much, you know. So now I don't always say what's on my mind. I do most of the times because as I started reading, my my mentality changed into a more optimistic and positive way of thinking. So now I do say it, and it's not that bad. I always try to look for the good in people and the good in things. If they did something wrong, then just not even care about it and look for the good things that they did. For example, like, um, I got I bought Donald Trump's book, How to Get Rich, and if you recently, I don't know if it was recent. I'm really bad for time. I think it's been a week when it's been a month, or that it's been a month when it's been a day. So I'm not sure when it was, but he did a speech for his presidential campaign, where he said that most immigrants are really bad people, which I agree with him. I think that's true. That's why I'm over here, right? But then, I didn't really take it personal because he said most of them, not all of them, first of all. And what he said wasn't inaccurate. Most are really bad. More than half, more than a third. I mean, more than three quarters, like close to 100% of immigrants are bad, which it's kind of sad for me since I'm one, and but I always try to be different, not too different, but just enough to stand out in a positive way. But anyway, so I got a Donald Trump's book. I haven't read it yet, so when I finish reading it, I'll do a book review on it. And so what I said, he's really good at making money. So I bought his book, Trump, How to Get Rich, you know, and not even care what he said about his presidential campaign, which I don't even care about politics. So um, I don't know why. I never really understood them actually. Maybe as I start reading more, I'll understand them better. how they actually work, not like how some people say, oh, the government this, the government bad, or the government that. But I think they're just people. You know, people make mistakes. People are not perfect. So when they expect perfection out of the government, I think they're just lying to themselves. And which I, well, no, I never expected anything from the government, because from where I'm from, the government doesn't give you a single thing. Nothing, you know, it doesn't help the poor or the hungry. It doesn't give well or medic aid, welfare, social security. I didn't even know what that was until I came over here. I was like, really? The government gives you money? That's awesome. You know, like even if it's just a penny that they give you, it's still money. A penny or $100. There's a difference in quantity, but not in what they are, which is money. So, um, thank you for watching. I already said that, and I'm just gonna end it over here. And I hope. I'll just send it.